Namaskar, women and others. Excellent day to talk about the fact that we have just completed Independence Day, Parsi New Year, which no one has even bothered to talk about. Extra day, which I called extra day in the middle Friday, and Raksha Bandhan on Monday.
Monday,
So
yeah.
technically today is Monday, but we are lying because it's not Monday. It's actually some other day before Monday because there's a 5-day break, and that's the reason why we're doing a double AME. I asked you before, are we telling the truth or not?
Yeah, but why did you tie me a Rakhi then if we are not
Well,
addressing
because
this?
let me tell you, I have many sisters with beards. But my mother said, no, enough. Let's find one clean-shaven female as the next sister.
Did
I'm
you
kidding.
have a-
My sister watches. Giselle, I'm joking. You know me, right?
There's a
She's in-
question later on about memories of you and your sister growing up. So we'll
Yeah.
talk about
No,
that.
by the way, she sends. See, that's the fact that we're recording earlier is because I will wear it.
Ah,
But my mom feels all thing
we
about
can
it. so I-
Photoshop it if you hold the wrist
Okay.
up. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, the
hold my-
lights just went off. When
The light just went off the moment I hold my hand up. Let me just explain. It's not my right hand, my left hand I'm using. So you don't have to do all this
Ew,
shutting down the lights and all that. Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry, guys. Why am I saying sorry? If you watch Cyrus Says or any of the satellite shows that we do,
Yeah,
this is par for the course.
At least the
guest
cameras are
is missing,
working.
the lighting goes, bijli gone, sound is not working, someone's frame is wrong, we stop midway, someone has to catch a flight.
Oh, it's back.
It's back.
Yes.
Okay. So, the fact of the matter is that we are recording and slightly
Pre-recording this.
pre-recording
Yes.
because we don't have a choice. 5 days off.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Now-
producer was adamant that you have to record one.
Producer, poor chap, is the only sincere person in the room. I feel a little bad because slowly we're breaking his spirit, and from being a good human being, he'll become one of us mediocre human
I have
beings.
to say, I've never seen you be so sympathetic towards any other producer than
No, but he's
towards
sincere.
Supriya.
You can see that. But I've
We
seen
all
some-
were sincere.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
what
never-
word. Even I must have been when I first started. Then before it becomes a government job, there's a huge, it's a long
That's true.
process.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not like people don't understand.
Yeah.
So many producers we worked with in TV and all who come with lots of dreams, ideals. It's also like politics. Many ministers or people who become ministers initially have dreams to do something
That's
for
true.
society.
Yeah.
It's by the second week where they start changing. When the bureaucrats tell them, nahi ho payega. Then they give up in frustration and join the rank and file. I don't know what's happening around me. The producers and the cameramen and all just moving around, touching things.
They're
and
making sure that the lights stay on for the
considering it's a
rest
very
of the
simple
episode.
shoot with 2 friggin' laptops and 1 light, God knows what's going on. Anyway,
Sure. So since this is pre-recorded, we're going to be taking questions that are already sent to us. So,
genuine questions. We aren't
Genuine
making up
questions.
anything.
let's
Why are
go.
these guys laughing, man?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, the first question comes from Arvind. Arvind has asked
How come suddenly we have a nice name like Arvind?
I don't know.
We've never had Arvind. We always have your mother's sister and names like that. And now it's Arvind. I'm already feeling a hoax about this entire show. I cannot be part of this. After 29 years in the business, boss, mere ko ye nahi karne ka yaar. We have to be honest.
A Telangana YouTuber was arrested after a viral video of peacock curry sparks wildlife protection outrage. Have people gone too far trying different meats?
Okay, now that's a subjective question. I'll sound like a hypocrite. So I think since you're more veg than me now, you should take this. But I'll say one thing. Internet is a pain in the ass.
That's
Because
true.
people don't realize when they break the law.
Yeah.
Half the time people are putting things up and, it's like, oh, this is my girlfriend Sunita. You have no idea wife's watching the Insta. It's like ridiculous. And by the way, this has happened. People posing with girls that are not their significant others, etc. Not thinking it through. There's a guy in UP last year who shot someone and then explained the whole thing on Insta.
I mean, at least he didn't
we
shoot
did it.
someone
We did it.
online.
Maybe it was 2 years back. We did it. Abbas, you weren't there. We did it. We did this conversation.
Sure.
What was he thinking? Is you're stupid enough to-
Engagement. Social media engagement.
So, I mean, lot of respect, because at the end of the day, the end justifies the means. मैं कौन किया, वो सब ठीक है. But look at the views. I mean, so this, I love the internet here because this happens all the time.
Yeah, no, but food. I mean, with all due respect to our friend Kunal Vijayakar, food YouTubers are theirs. I think is one of the most competitive fields because everything has been done. Every kind
and
of
also,
dish.
good point, because you're looking at the food as the most important part of a YouTuber's thing. It's not just the personality. Like,
I mean-
like we try to do Cyrus Says on my personality and failed. If we had food as an option, we could have managed much better, I would think. No, it's true because you're saying butter chicken, I'm saying butter chicken, everybody's saying butter chicken. Now you have to find the reason why your butter chicken is interesting.
better, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's quite a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So this guy's gone to.
They go to the most mainstream places and call them hidden gems, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
because of them, there are no hidden gems left.
Yeah.
And
India's
then-
biggest secret, Mumbai's biggest secret. Those kind of fantastic.
And it'll be the most common place that everybody's gone to.
Yeah.
But even this peacock curry, it's like he needs to. This YouTuber needed some kind of dish that's never been covered anywhere before.
I don't think he thought it was illegal.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it just didn't occur to him. He just thought it's exotic and I'm just going to put it up.
Also,
the
I don't know
sensitivity of the issue was not in his mind. It is a national bird, by the way. By the way, it's not Priyanka Chopra. It is the peacock. Because a lot of people, I've done this. I've done this on the road. National Pakshi ka naam kya hai? Priyanka! Immediately. Always. So,
you remember that guy, that politician who said that peacocks become pregnant by drinking their tears?
Yeah.
So I don't know what we have against peacocks.
By the way, the right word is more. So dil mange more kind of. I'm thinking of what all we can do with the. Okay, we shouldn't.
I think that's what the person at the table asked this guy.
Can I ask you something? This Bear Grylls and those kind of guys.
Yes.
I'm not too good with this genre, but I've seen a few of them. Anthony Bourdain and all the Westerners who do it also. They have exotic meats and all kinds of things. Some, I'm sure, are illegal. Nobody has a problem. They show all kinds of things. They travel the world. Please, each culture is something which is distasteful for another culture. One man's meat is another man's. Well, 1,000 rupees per kilo in India. Very, very expensive. Turn veg, save money.
Yeah, will you?
I want to. I don't know how to. I gave up alcohol finally. And my two dreams was alcohol and meat. Both I'll stop. But
you asked Suresh to get dosa today instead of your regular keema.
That's because I've had no carbs. Okay. I've had 16 eggs, 1 protein, PCAs, NO2, little water, but no carbs. And a little bit of carbs. And I don't become thin.
Would you try peacock meat?
No.
No?
I went to that famous, I don't know if you guys remember the name. What is it called? Carnivore, I think it's called, in Kenya. The famous restaurant. Am I right? Right? So Kunal had gone there before. So we had gone on a family already. Kunal asked me. Kunal is like our peacock meat that we take everywhere. So he took Maya and Mikhail were young, my kids. And Aisha is a little bit more adventurous than me. They tried there was crocodile.
But that's pretty common.
I know it's common, but when you actually see it, Abbas, we are a little conservative. We have our 2-3 meats that we eat and that's about it. Anything else, a bit of that whole animal lover thing is also there. And it's just
like 2-3 meats also now there have been more restrictions.
See, on moral grounds, I agree we shouldn't be eating it. So I have no argument with myself. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't eat all that. And there's hippo, rhino, zebra, all kinds of things. Yeah, these are animals that you see cartoons of and they look so cute. And it's like killing your children or something. It's like mean. Yeah. Abbas, by the way, you can't see. He's getting all excited. He's named all the animals. All the animals only. And he's making Kunal-like sounds, zebra. Who says zebra? It's almost sexual. It's salivating. Boss, don't do that. Yeah. Do you know that Abbas, sir, our DOP, who's been with us for the last many years, his son has got into Syracuse University.
Oh, nice.
No, now there's the question. It's about 150,000 a year US. So who's paying him? Who's paying Abbas?
Good question.
This guy has got more money than all of us put together. I work on Sundays at those kitty parties for, old women and all that. I do all that work also just so that to pay the Canada fees. And they're much less than Syracuse, one of the top universities, very big name.
I'm just going to say some pictures sell better than others.
That may be true. That's fair. That's fair. He deserves the money he gets. We don't know what he does. And let me tell you that in many countries, pushing drugs is illegal. Okay, just as an aside.
Okay, let's
go. Happy Independence Day since we are.
Yes, happy Independence Day. There's an Independence Day question also later on. So we'll come.
I hope the question is what day is it?
You used to do this a lot, right? 26 January and 15th
August. I love those because this generation, every generation is actually worse.
Yeah.
I just love doing that because, B.R. Ambedkar. No idea. And this is South Bombay proper. These are colleges which are famous across India. Everybody knows these South Bombay colleges, 5-6 of them. From there, you get so-called movers and shakers of society and well-heeled and whatever you want to call them. And it's just amazing the lack of interest in civic, political and social sort of consciousness. It's not there. I'm very proud. Thank you, Internet. But peacock curry, sabko janta hai.
Let's go to the next question. This one comes from Shivansh. Did Karnataka's Tungabhadra Dam crest gate wash away because it took go with the flow a bit too literally?
Good point. Also, I hope Tamil Nadu is not to blame for that. But again, it's all about, this is even going to simple things like your gym maintenance or house maintenance or lift maintenance. It's all about, you have to service things, bro. It's like a marriage. You just can't let things go. We have gotten away in India with so many things that we just look at. Like I got 2 bridges that I pass every time I'm going back home from the suburbs. And I'm always wondering when they're going to collapse. Because you can't just leave them, right? There's got to be some amount of servicing. some amount of due diligence paid to any infrastructure. They just can't exist like Shah Jahan built Taj Mahal and now for 500 years we can just, view it. There's got to be something, right? Even IVM, if we don't service it, the mighty can fall. So I tell you, service IVM. In the meantime, they're not even paying attention to us. Forget service.
How does one service IVM
though? You get into client servicing. Mr. Syracuse, paisa do.
No, but I like that Shivansh just asked this question because he wanted to make the go with the flow pun.
Yeah, we know that. Everyone is a comedian and he was not interested in our answer. He's already logged off. He's not got any interest. The moment I start giving a lecture about infrastructure, servicing, fuck y'all.
Okay, the next one comes from Dev. Dev has asked, did Supriya Sule's WhatsApp get hacked because the hackers wanted to see if $400 could buy them a seat at the next NCPA party, or were they just trying to cash in on the latest political scandal?
Or was it orchestrated in-house?
Ooh.
We never know. But again, we need to ask someone who knows her well. I know her, but I don't know her well. Kunal knows her well. He's been invited to the house many times and apparently he's told jokes to her dad as well. And her dad's responded.
And then he was asked to leave the house.
The exact words on the 8th meeting was, Tuja now kai. And if I remember correctly, Kunal gave a card and all.
Yeah.
But so I can't answer this. I have no idea about it.
But $400 is how much in rupees?
32 grand.
35K?
33 grand. Just over 32.
33 grand is grand.
It's very low, but the NCP
is all it takes.
It's not done so well, but I feel in October he's a wily man, even as he gets old in years, etc. I feel there's still something left in him.
In my constituency where I vote, NCPA guy won.
So I'm saying they will play a part.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting Maharashtra election. Let's talk to the one Maharashtrian in the room. No point. I think it's one Kachi, Bengali, UP, Musalman. Me to can't even mention. Abbas sir, as the only man who can send his son from here to famous universities, I'm not saying that there's some local power and influence being used. Who's going to win the elections, the state election? Maharashtra. Huh? There are 7 Shiv Senas. Please clarify which Shiv Sena. I mean, you sound like one of those kids who do that civic consciousness test with. Shiv Sena. Okay, we'll come to that. Still time. Okay. Next question, sir.
Next question comes from Sudhir. What are your thoughts on the Trump and Musk interview? Oh, it's coming up. I think it's not done yet.
So, but Musk has been openly supporting him?
I mean, not done at the time of
So in 2016, he was on the fence, or if anything, against him. By the time we got Biden 1, there was no Biden 2 as it happens, Musk has gone completely pro. If you follow any of these things, he's always endorsing him in more ways than openly endorsing him now. I don't think there's any problem.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a love fest. I mean, it'll be like Salman and Shah Rukh or something, except that they'll make better presidents. Where I stand.
No, it'll be Akshay and Modi ji. That interview.
Poor guy. You don't know that. Akshay's a nice guy. You don't know this guy. He comes on time, unlike you guys, Sometimes you don't understand pressure is pressure. What do you want them to do? Let's take the side for a minute. If you get a call from the Prime Minister Abbas saying make a film on a toilet, you're going to have to do it, right? What are you going to say? No, boss, there's no market for toilet. मैं flush पे ऊपर करेगा. You can't do all that.
Toilet Ek Prem Katha was directed by R. Balki, who also had the honor of directing me in Goomer. So I don't have anything against that.
Wow, what a plug. What a plug. R. Balki.
Yes.
The same man who resurrected Akshay Kumar also resurrected you.
Me, yes.
Yeah. Wow. But whenever we have any of the cast members on the show, you're not there.
Yeah, I don't know. Ask the producer.
Why didn't you come? Does she know you?
The casting director, right?
We had everybody here.
I remember the casting director came here and I asked Jennifer to let me be on the show.
You weren't there on that show.
I wasn't there, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Ask Jennifer.
They're trying to kill your career. IVM is trying to kill your career.
I know, yeah.
I don't know why. Every time, we've had, it makes no sense to me.
No, they're concerned that my acting career might be more success of my podcasting career.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is impossible to believe because you've done so much and gone so far.
So, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the question again? Sorry, Trump, Elon Musk.
Yeah. I don't know what's fascinating. The only fascinating things are, I wanted Subramaniam Swamy to go against Shashi Tharoor. We nearly organized it for Ayman. I thought that would be a great, in English, because they're both very good.
Tharoor and who?
Subramaniam Swamy, famous. We're not sure who he represents, but he represents Subramaniam Swamy.
But they've debated many a time on TV.
Sorry?
they've debated many a times on TV.
Yeah, but that's a very short format. So what happens is you get one punch each. If you keep them together for 1 hour,
right,
and you sort of moderate it so that you can, stop it from getting ugly at any point. Too ugly, but it'll be fun. I would think.
Yeah,
they're very strong opinions, very, very glib.
True.
It'll be fun. But Musk and Trump, I love you, you love me. One guy will say the same word 7 times. One of the largest, biggest.
Did you see he compared his January 6th insurrection to the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech? He said there were more people there than the Martin Luther King speech.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be funny. Let's be honest.
So. I think it's just...
Yeah. But who could count the Martin Luther King speech?
So he says if you see the pictures... We didn't know for sure. If you see the pictures, it's the same real estate, but there are more people at my rally than...
Because he had item numbers and all in the middle. Well, Martin Luther just had this speech going on. I had a dream, you had a dream. If we had a dream, the dream's over after some time.
Okay.
Yeah, tough to point out. You're very anti-Trump, I feel.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Well, that makes one of us.
my civics teacher in 8th standard said elections are about choosing lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, that's
I consider
fair.
Both of the options
so
are
is
evil.
Comedy, by the way.
Sure,
Whoever's less funny is who I watch normally. Yeah.
Have you watched yourself?
Why would I watch myself? I don't see myself as a comedian. I see myself as a male model. Why would I watch? I'm not gay. Why watch this guy? Beautiful man. No.
Let's go to the next one. This one comes from Kanika. As Raksha Bandhan is near, Cyrus, please share
I'm confused. I think it's over.
It's over, but this question comes to us today. Yeah,
it's still near. It's over and near. I don't know. It's the same thing. Yeah.
She's asking for memories with your sister growing up. You mentioned about swimming on the Man of Call episode.
Oh, my sister's very good
swimmer.
Still is. I don't know how good her timings are now. She represented India in Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, Brisbane 82, Asian Games, the Asiad. They used to have a thing called the Asiad.
Yeah.
So a lot of Southeast Asia, they had different things. And nationals, obviously. There was a girl called Bula Chaudhary from Bengal. They were rivals for the 100 and 200 meter butterfly. The two of them, I remember.
Bula Chaudhary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to her. You can check. But so more, I used to be that extra kid. In a family, there's one talented kid, and then there's the extra. I was the extra kid.
Yeah.
So they would go but they would not take me seriously. So I could train, and it was probably competitive training. Mr. Sathe used to be shouting and buck up, shabash, buck up, faster. All that would happen. Then Mrs. Nanavati and Mrs. Kapoor and Mrs. Brocha, they would be pushing their kids on. So you should see how competitive the mothers were. And I used to be swimming. I was one of the, nobody cared about me. So I was in some lane at the back. Nobody's calling my name. They'd be like, come on, Sonal, faster, come on. And they lose their voices. And this is practice. Come the competition day, these guys were unbelievable. I wish mothers competed. I've never seen so much anger, so much fervor, intensity. And then they were very sweet once the thing is over. Beta, how are you? All that. I used to change in front of everybody. This is the towel change. There was no bathroom. YMCA, the bathroom was far away. So we would just put the towel, remove the short pants, put on the Speedo, take off the towel. Faizullah and Ashfaq Raja, my two good friends who are now settled in New Zealand, they taught me well.
Okay.
All three of us. We used to do that. The females would go to the toilet for some reason. I don't know why. Nobody encouraged that kind of rubbish, but these things happen. So yeah, good memories of... so we still do you have a sister. Do you have the Rakhi thingy going on?
I remember I was about to ask you, there were these building sisters I had who used to come and tie me Rakhi.
No. You there's only blood sisters. What is this building?
No, but other girls.
When a woman tells you, I want you to be my brother, she basically tells you that I think of you as an ugly monster and I want to make sure you never ogle at me again.
Yeah, which is why the girl I had a crush on in school tied me a Rakhi.
Yeah, what's her name? Let's expose her.
No, I don't want to take her
Today
name.
is she a minister, member of parliament?
She's also settled in New Zealand, by the way.
What are you saying?
Yes.
Maybe Ashfaq married her. I better check.
Was Ashfaq Bori? Because then he might have.
Raja, no, they're not Bori.
No, so my sister, there used to be a whole thing. My sister used to tie me a Rakhi and other girls in the building, her friends and all. Because I think there was a lack of boys.
Were you younger than them?
I was.
So
but not by
that's the Muboli brother that everybody passes on.
But there was a lack of boys in the building.
But I'll tell you, once you come to college, like FIG, I don't know if it's called FIGC anymore. You enter the big bad world of first year junior college in the urban centers. That's when girls tie Rakhis on you and destroy your confidence. So many male friends of mine, they never recover. When they come, you see the guy with 10 Rakhis, by the afternoon when classes are over, he's finished. He turns gay. There's not a girl on campus going to look at him again. It's like, uski upar 100%, tak, laga de, benchot. Carrying extra all the time. I used to put my hands in my pocket. I was like, for me, I got one sister. The rest is fair game. Fair? Huh?
There
I
was
mean, in your
also-
mind, yeah, guys, you have to be open here.
There was also this whole thing, right? The Friendship Day also used to come a couple of weeks before Raksha Bandhan.
Friendship Day was your
there was
generation.
a whole thing.
There was no Friendship Day for us.
Friendship Day pe bhi friendship band bandna matlab that counts as a Rakhi. Because
So Friendship Day or Rakhi ke, what is the difference?
that's what. So if a guy wants to tie a friendship band to a girl to whatever, show her
No, one
feelings.
second. So which came first?
Friendship Day.
So you tied Friendship Day, one girl tied on you or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you repeated on Rakhi.
Yes.
But then
that was
friend
like
became sister.
That was like a
So now you're sister and friend, but not lover. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Let's be clear here. Specifically, you tick the box. You are now sister. You are now friend, but you are never going to be.
But if your sister sends you a Rakhi, do you send
Can you say no?
To the Rakhi?
A real sister is a different story. When this happens, can you say no? Have you?
Boys used to find a way.
How?
Like,
what?
Whatever, मैं toilet जाके आता हूँ, and then they would just not come
you
out.
can say like, I've got allergy. Tied the rope on my ladies, allergy, skin disease.
Bathroom चला जाता हूँ, and then they would just never come out of the bathroom.
Old Kishore Kumar song, na?
Yeah.
Bathroom चला जाता.
Or the thing was, they would wear full sleeve clothes that day.
Wow.
So like जगह ही नहीं है.
It's like bowlers with a bent action, elbow bent. You had to.
Yeah.
No, you just put your hands away and immediately I'm saying body language
like that.
Somebody should have acted this out in a film. How come they haven't done it? I'm sure they've done it. The South has done it. They're ahead of us. Bollywood to pata nahi.
No, but this Animal, the film, had this whole thing, right? That Ranbir's character, the girl who used to tie him a Rakhi, that's who he gets married to later on.
What's her name?
Rashmika, I think.
Rashmika's character?
Yeah.
Was his girlfriend, was his sister?
Was in college, used to tie him a Rakhi.
He's broken
He
a
used
lot
to
of
call
rules.
him Bhaiya. And then,
A lot of people take this seriously, but once you tie it, you can't copulate.
I know, yeah.
Copulating, then you become a benchu.
Then you become a protector.
No, you become a benchu. Nobody benchu. Nobody appreciates a benchu.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to go into a break. But I was asking if your sister sends you a Rakhi, do you send her a gift?
So she doesn't send me a Rakhi, but please understand, this is a little ridiculous that she sends it. She sends the emotion. My mother buys the Rakhi and my mother normally ties it on me for her.
Got it.
Because Aisha refused and also that's a little funny. So wait. Once I think my mom was not there, but just after the pandemic, maybe 2 years back. So Nirmala, who works for us, she had to tie it on me. So now she's my sister.
I thought Sitaram.
Take a break, bro. Quit while you can. Just quit while you
take
can.
a break.
Really,
See you after the break. Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam Gupta chats with Peshotan Dastoor, Head of Sales at UTI AMC. They uncover the latest trends in mutual funds and what the future holds for SIPs and sector funds. On Has It Aged Well, myself Abbas is joined by writer and poet Ishpreet Balbir to talk about the madcap comedy Awara Pagal Divana from 2002. We talk about why mindless comedies matter and how they formed an integral part of Ishpreet's childhood. Folks, if you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show names, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, IDFC First Bank and Grab.
Hello, welcome back. Not that we weren't prepared for the return of the break. But
Can I just mention it? So in the break, we were making a comment on Toto's hair and his headphones.
yeah, but you have to show him. Is there any way to show him? He can't move anything, no?
It's okay. You want to come in the frame?
Can he come in the frame?
No, he doesn't want to come in the frame.
But he needs a visual. People don't pay attention
So
otherwise.
yesterday, I was with Prachi, my
Girlfriend?
significant other.
You said her name. First, you never said her name.
I have said her name. Everybody knows her name.
Everybody, his girlfriend's name is Prachi. Prachi.
So-
She done a Rakhi on you before?
No. Not yet.
Checking.
So we were having
Not yet.
We were having an
What an
argument.
optimist.
Having an
You have
argument.
no idea. There are many men who want their wives to tie Rakhi on them after some
I
time.
mean, people have weird kinks.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's sexual. It's just, please leave me alone. Huh?
I was having an argument with her about the AC temperature, as people usually do, and I told her I prefer the fan on full rather than
No, that's
AC.
hot air, Baba. Where's
And
the physics in this?
Without missing a beat, she's like, I hate fan on full. That's because you don't have any hair. Okay, now that like that blatant attack I haven't faced before. So she's like, that's why it doesn't
Although if
affect
we
you.
don't look at it as a personal attack,
No,
there's
I don't.
something to the science of the fact that your head is bare, so that may make you feel more cold. But your torso, from what I gather, nights spent together, is quite Anil Kapoorish. In which case, you should have insulation.
Most of my body is pretty Anil Kapoorish.
So then, why do you feel cold?
Because I just do. It doesn't
You
have
do understand
to...
cold and weakness go together.
Hair doesn't mean
a person who
fur.
feels cold is a sign of weakness. If you were part of an army...
Cyrus. Again, you're doing your whole manly shtick. If you feel cold, you're not manly enough.
I could have you right in the front. I can't have this as a vanguard guy. You'll be leading the charge.
I'm thankful for that.
Dosto, you can't do that.
I don't want to
away from engaging the enemy and he's feeling cold.
I don't want to be your Shera. Shera, no? Salman's bodyguard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Shera.
I think Shera has now got his own body.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole thing is compounded. So you don't say, I mean, it's huge. The industry of bodyguards.
But yeah, so I got called out for not having hair yesterday.
So what was your reply, by the way?
I was taken aback. I was like, wow, that's a low blow. And she said, as long as I get to turn on the AC.
But why are you so anti-AC now that you brought it up?
No, I'm just saying, I don't mind the AC. I like AC, but I prefer,
how do you prefer
a fan on full.
See, understand one thing. The fan is hot air. We have no choice of fan. When they invented the AC, the fan should have been outlawed. It's only a cost to company issue which is causing trouble.
But
otherwise, who use a fan?
5 pe ekdam.
Why? It's hot.
I like it.
Honestly, it's like Prithvi and Abbas are standing next to you and blowing on you. Okay, let's be clear.
Will the speed be as good?
Air. They could, depends on their ability. You want to do a test, ladies and gentlemen? They can't, it's not live.
But I feel like it's immediate air. With AC, you have to wait for a few minutes for it to get cold.
So do what Kunal does, no?
What?
You call up your significant other, in his case, the person who works for him.
On the AC
on karo. And whenever he speaks Indian languages, he speaks like a Lord Cornwallis. Indu, AC on karo. And then AC is put on. And then 45 minutes later, Lord Sahib walks in Garib Desh of India. And, save the fucking environment.
Nice. Okay,
speaking of which, Amit Doshi and Tejas have started building something up there. It's a ship to get out of India. Because India is going to be submerged as a continent, as a subcontinent. They're saying by 2050, Mumbai gone. All 50? The coastal cities in
just
trouble.
25 years.
Yeah, 50 is 26 years. That's right. Well done. Good on you, mate.
More intense.
Yeah. I hope there's space on Noah's Ark for all of us. I'll make sure I have the AC turned down to 16.
The next question comes from Money. Money asks, with 78 years of independence, do you think we've progressed so much that our Wi-Fi is now faster than our politicians' speeches? Controversial question.
But I also wonder whether you can do a politician's speech now if you don't do a little stand-up. Who's going to sit for 2 hours for those who give those straight speeches across the north, south, east, west of India? Because people's attention span is gone.
Yeah.
So they'll just be sitting there and on their phones. And at somebody says, Tali baja.
But we've gotten better, no? Modi and Rahul Gandhi are fairly fluent in their
Rahul
speech.
has become a little more aggro-funny. Have you noticed? Like he's picking a fight, aggro-funny. He has a nice smile when he says it.
Yeah.
So he's ready to stand his second slip for India. Where the sledging starts. He's a guy like, mota dikhta hai. Those slow ones. I'm not saying he said that to anyone before there's trouble.
As compared to Vajpayee and Narasimha Rao, I think we have more fluent politicians.
Vajpayee would have eaten up Narasimha Rao whenever they must have debated. Narasimha Rao is a very intelligent man, but he's not a great orator.
Yeah.
Vajpayee is fantastic. The young Vajpayee was really good. And people listened to him because he was funny, he was interesting, and he had that theatrical presence, which may not work also today. I don't know, because 25 years ago, things change. Like, I was a famous guy once. Abbas, by the way, is counting his dollars. Really? Foreign Exchange Regulation Act applies, just for the record. Be very careful, sir, with all. Have I spilled too much information? Please tell me, because this is not a personal chat area. This is supposed to be about people writing in and us answering them. Yeah.
But also Wi-Fi speeds in the parliament are so fast so that they can watch the porn when the speeches are going on.
But to be honest, is that really a bad thing?
No, I'm not saying
I would put it this way. If they are using their time to watch porn, at least they're not figuring out ways to screw you.
That's true. This episode is airing after Parsi New Year also. So happy Parsi New Year to you, Cyrus.
Thank you. Wow. So we ordered Bonu. Thing is, I don't want to sound like a miser.
Okay. Expensive.
But many Parsis will just see inflation from the way every year in August at some point when you buy your bonus.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So there's 5. In the Bonu, the dinner set, lunch set or whatever, you can have like 3-piece course, 5-piece course, 7-piece course.
Right.
Okay. And then honestly, that can feed maybe the 5-piece, maybe 3 people also.
Okay.
If you're whatever. But it's gone up. Now it's like close to 3,000 bucks for the 5-piece course. It goes over 3,000 for the 7. It's really expensive, bro. It used to be one of the cheaper things to buy going back in time. And now suddenly it's competing with anything fancy. Food is just too expensive. I want you to talk to your member of parliament and tell them that please can you bring the price of food down? Now club rates have gone up by 20%. My eggs are going up every day. Every day I spend more money on eggs.
I don't think there are any Parsis in Bhiwandi, so I don't think it'll be.
No Parsis in Bhiwandi?
No.
There's
one Sikh family.
One Sikh family
who are my dad's patients, so he knows them very well.
Oh, and he's convinced them to stay.
Their kid was with me in school.
Really?
So yeah.
Are you in touch?
Actually, now it must have changed because a lot more population has come to Bhiwandi.
2 Sikh families?
Maybe.
And no Parsis?
Not that anyone I've come across.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have no one to wish when you leave the area. You can't say, Navroz Mubarak, anybody? One of those, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was one of those mixed marriages where a Muslim uncle married a Parsi lady, but I'm not very sure. So
he's an uncle, she's a lady. Why
do I say?
What do you change?
Auntie mat kaho na.
No, these, whatever these titles are, I mean, he's an uncle, she should be an auntie.
What should I call him? Gentleman?
He's a sir, she's a lady. I was like, why did you make him an uncle?
Muslim
you're closer to him.
Married a Parsi lady.
Communal slant here. Closer to him, you're saying uncle and lady, which is a little formal.
Yeah, because that's more classy, no? Like
it's classy but formal. I like informal. I feel you're being friendlier with the uncle. Oh. Wow. So, folks, if you're in Bhiwandi, just call for Abbas. Abbas will take care of you. The riots happened long ago. It's all good now.
Yeah, riots happened very long ago.
When the riots happened?
No, it was 84.
80s, no? Yeah.
I was 4
you
years.
were not born, or just about. No, not born yet.
Not born.
In fact, after the riots, they decided, let's have another Abbas.
Anyway, let's go to the next question. This one comes from Madhu. Madhu has asked, did you guys watch SRK at the Locarno Film Festival, Switzerland, honored with a Lifetime Achievement
Is this one
Award?
He's supposed to have pushed an old man, but it's actually a friend and all that? Did you see that video?
No, I haven't.
So there's an old Caucasian, is that fair to say? Midget nahi bolega main. Caucasian man who was... So he's being honored. I presume the anchor, there was no sound. The anchor is talking because it looks like he's listening to greatness about himself, standing in the middle, curtain in the backdrop. And then there's an elderly man, not elderly, like 60 or whatever. And that man comes in and then a little bit in the frame and Shah Rukh pushes him out. So then the internet was divided with Shah Rukh being rude to that old man, which doesn't make sense because he's not that type of guy. But then other people wrote in that they're friends and their tomfoolery was going on. But we don't know. This is bloody internet. This is what happens.
This happened day before yesterday, Locarno Film Festival.
See, it's the same thing, yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah. But she's asked, is he the last actor to impact India on a global level? No,
I'll tell you because for me, if you're asking me, the problem is the internet has destroyed Bollywood.
Fame? Why?
No, in the sense that are we ever going to see? I grew up in the 80s as a young boy and the 90s to some extent, and we'll never have the Amitabh Bachchan effect.
But my argument is the opposite.
I'm saying one national actor who's head and shoulders above, okay?
Yeah.
And then that carries on with the Salman, Shah Rukh, Amir, Akshay, maybe Hrithik or whatever. And now you reach a point where no one is just dominating.
Singular,
they have big films for a little while or whatever. So I'm saying because of that, you're not going to have this superstar. You're going to have some of the, the finest actors of their time and the most respected and popular, etc. But you're not going to have that kind of hold across people.
In the South, they still have that.
They do in Telugu for sure.
Yeah.
They
Tamil
do.
also.
Yeah. But there are reasons for that beyond just cinema. They go for apparently the one caste goes after this one guy and one community after that guy. And so the reasons are
But
different.
you're right, because one of the reasons it's considered that the South still have the star system is because their stars are not active on social media. So there is that reclusiveness with them that you can only see them on screen.
Yeah, and they also want to save money, no? Insta costs money, no? I mean, you have to invest in it and then all. That's not funny, yeah. That's really bad. Don't be on Insta. I'm anti-Insta. Down with Insta. TikTok! Oh, sorry.
No,
Chinese.
but speaking of Insta, we were on a hoarding on Times Square. Cyrus says with the post for which has already gone.
मेरा picture है, मेरा नाम है, मेरा title है, मेरा podcast है. ये कभी time पे
I
नहीं
also
आता है.
produced the show, so I also take that
Look at this.
credit.
The moment something happens, how people all decide I'm also part of India's World Cup triumph. I wore blue. I sat and played with myself. While Rohit took the toss.
There's one Pakistani YouTuber has made this thing. Na, कि मैंने what's the javelin guy who won?
Nadeem.
मैंने नदीम के कच्चे धोए थे, so मेरा भी हो गया medal. So like that only.
It's a fair point. I mean, frankly speaking, right? He was in Kachas or in Salwar Kameez famously, right till 4 years ago before Tokyo.
Yeah.
Now he'll have to find refinement. See, with fame, they'll kill him. Because suddenly you have to get westernized, you have to say the right thing. Even his Punjabiness will be destroyed slowly. The guy will be scratching himself and talking on camera. Oh, man, that will go. I think we'll get this refined guy. I hate refined guys. I hope it doesn't happen. You see our cricketers, many of them from lower middle class backgrounds, by the end they're like Oxford educated and saying the right things. And,
like Bhaji got an accent.
Oh, Bhaji's got an accent. Bhaji's Punjabi is like Kunal's Marathi. It's all going all over the place. Yeah.
Okay, let's take one more question. This one comes from Rajendra. Commuter organization Mumbai have called white wear protest on August 25th against extreme crowding, congestion and timing inconveniences of locals. Can overcrowding be never reversed?
No, but Rajendra,
August 22nd, sorry.
One second, tell these guys who are organizing it, they've missed a point here. White wear, it looked like a Surf Ultra ad. I'm not interested in that.
Also Dabba Wala is also white.
No, I'm saying make it why wear. So you go naked. You say why wear, everyone come naked. You see the locals will have a whole different meaning altogether and you will make your point, not only pan-India, in Tel Aviv, in Gaza, they'll be talking about it. Because that's how big this will become. This is my gift. It's up to you to take it or leave it.
But I asked my mom, I asked her, were the locals as crowded in your time? And she was like, yeah, it was exactly the same.
No, locals are crowded for a period of time. Please understand this, Russia. Okay.
No, they're only not crowded between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m.
That's now. I'm saying when we were growing up, the trains had a very bad 2-hour period in the morning, 1.5 to 2 hours, and a bad 1.5 2 hours in the evening.
Right.
Which is the way it is actually across the world. You go to London, you can't get on the subway at a certain time. Great London and all that. But at least you know that this is the discipline and this is what's going to happen. Now you plan. It's up to you. Majburi, you have to go at 7, you go at 7. Yeah, there you go. But today it's also because I think people are more indisciplined travelers. We were doing A to B, B to A, A to B, B to A. Now, when I say indisciplined, I mean you're varied, right?
It's not indiscipline, Cyrus. Someone has to go from
the market
Ghatkopar to BKC.
Yes, and it's fractured now because you may go on Tuesday somewhere else.
Right.
But in the past, most people had disciplined jobs and disciplined timings. We have no control over that. I blame the internet. Why can't you just go to your bank job and stay there? If you do that, we won't have a crowding problem. If you don't have a bank job, apply. Apply now. SBI.
Not SBI.
Sorry, who's with us? Kotak Bank. Sorry, is anyone with us?
IDFC First Bank.
देखा मैं आवाज देखा बदल दिया आवाज. It was like an angry Amitabh. IDFC first.
But yeah, so this
रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे bank.
This episode will air before 22nd or after 22nd? On 19th it's airing, so 3 days from now.
It's a Monday show, Baba.
Yeah, but 22nd
If you ever
August.
watch anything on the IVM platform, other than has it aged well?
Which also releases on a Monday, by the way.
It does?
Yes.
Okay, great. Make sure that doesn't happen again.
But I might go for this protest. I am very against commuter discomfort.
There are many ways to sort this out. I mean, they don't need to do all this. We need more trains.
Increase the number of trains. Yeah,
exactly. It's not rocket science. And B, we have to figure out where the crowding happens and just tackle those areas. Those times.
Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, but that's because of indiscipline. Why you come to IVM, you work here, stop going elsewhere.
This one, Prithvi travels now by train.
Yeah, but he goes, supposing for Prithvi, Monday to Friday, Mulund to wherever he gets off and then comes here, he stays with that discipline at the same time. I'm saying, so all the Prithvi is doing that will be okay. But if Prithvi comes one day on Monday at this time, then Tuesday comes 2 hours later, you see, it's killing the market. We don't have a sample study we can take forward because it's all over the place. It's that chaos which is the problem.
When was the last time you traveled by train?
It was in Switzerland. The experience was magnificent.
People who travel to Switzerland giving us solutions for local trains in Mumbai.
Listen, please understand, I grew up in South Bombay.
Of course,
what train am I going to take? By the time I became train worthy, I had to go to Film City for MTV and all those kind of things. We had a thing called conveyance. And as a non-corrupt Parsi guy, I would go with the office car, MTV office car from Tardeo, which is 10 minutes from my house, and still claim conveyance. You see, this is the industrious mind. I call it jugaad only. It's not more than that, really. This is how people... Elon Musk made a fortune because of these kind of things. He was with MTV, 70s, yeah.
Car used to come specifically for you or like a carpool?
No, so I go to Tardeo. I'll find my way there. I used to park my Maruti. I had an old Maruti. Then if nobody needed the car, I would park it. And there was parking on Tardeo, no problem. Because I would also go back from there. So that last bit, I needed a car.
Yeah.
No cost to company. Very little petrol is used. You park there. I'm always on time, so I don't have to worry. They never leave on time. Then I go in the sumos. They would transport everything. So I go a little early, but I've never got a problem with early. But I would get door to door and then I would claim my conveyance. And they all know. Nobody bothers. It's not like, boss, tu meri gaadi mein aaya. You're entitled to conveyance, you got conveyance. Only thing they cheated me on, he's passed away, unfortunately, very good friend of mine, a production guy, Rajesh. I was getting 300 and one day Nikhil told me, but the thing is 400. So while I was doing jugaad on my side,
they were doing
jugaad from his side. Because I was wondering why he was so happy to always give me the money. With a big smile, he would just turn up with the thing. And everybody has to stand in a line. Those who stand in line will sign. The receipt has to be signed with a stamp on it. I was the only guy who would come and give it to me. Always. I was VIP treatment. One day Chirappa tells me, bro, it's 400. I did something about, we must have shot 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, for something. So I said, Chirappa, $900, my booze weekend taken care of in those days. And he said, but why? It should be $1,200. So I said, no, it's 3 days, not 4 days. He said, it's $400 a day. So I said, now you tell me 7-8 years into the damn job? And he was like, he's built a house in Coorg, he's built a house in Bandra, he's rocking with festivals, and I'm fucking sitting in the car with these guys, going up and down like a loser. Not fair, man. C'est la vie.
That's all the questions we have for this episode.
You shutting it down?
I'm just
You
telling
lost interest because of my money story?
No, I didn't.
Because IVM is not giving you conveyance. What do you think you're
IVM owes me a conveyance from 2017.
It died, the whole concept died. Do you know that even a Shahrukh or whoever was the biggest star...
they all used to get it. Yeah.
No, so they give it to the driver. We also do that whenever we do bigger shoots or whatever, once in a while. We have to... It's just a way of life.
Yeah.
So there's a list of actors who I can't name, but if people know, they please name, who actually keep the money. And it's a very small list. Okay, it's not going to be Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan and all, but somewhere down the line in the middle of that group, and not low in the group, middle of the group, there are a couple of names who are famous kanjus. And their drivers get very upset because everybody else's driver at the end of the shoot goes and collects the conveyance, which is largely, today would be 3,000-4,000 rupees. See, we would get 300 or 400 for MTV. If we shot a feature film or an ad film, we would get about 1,000.
Right.
It was about 3 times the rate. And these guys would collect it. So for a driver, he's getting $1,000 for the day, 2 meals, because we do at least a 12-hour shift, proper meals for them and all that. It's a great day for them. But there would be 2 drivers, these 2 actors particularly, they never got it. And so they would hate it. And everybody else is really happy. And if you're doing a shoot for 5-6 days, do the maths.
Correct.
Or 10 days or whatever, they made all that. So, but because technically it is their money. But it's just a convention that you don't do anything and that the guy takes the money. And once your regular chauffeur knows about it, then they follow the system. You don't even interfere. It's your name and they sign. Do you want to be my chauffeur if my career gets revived?
You'll give me conveyance, right?
You drive what?
I have a license.
What does that mean? It's like saying I have a penis, I can have children. What does that mean?
I mean, technically, yes.
You can, but do you?
And on cue, the drilling has started.
Oh, wow. Look at your mind race. I must say, really, no wonder he feels cold. All he thinks about is sex all the time. Lonely man.
No, that's hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So tell us about Prachi, since we have time.
What do you want to know?
How did you meet? On a website.
Sorry, that's all the time we have. We have to wrap up.
Is it going forward to anything now? It's been
what are you asking me? You're acting like my dad now.
Why not?
No.
It's a simple question.
I was your chauffeur 2 minutes ago.
Question? Where are you in the relationship right now?
I don't know.
Like if you ask me, are you going to leave your wife? I'm going to say sadly no. So where are you?
Each day as it comes.
This is all diplomatic missing the answer style. I don't like it. What do you think? You've been together for how long?
2.5 years.
2.5 years in the modern world is like a full marriage. Maybe 2 marriages. So does she have any pressure or expectations?
That's all the time we have. Thank you
Abbas,
for the questions. Please send the questions on the
It's
Discord server. Or when we do live shows, please put them in the comments. And we'll see you next week.
If anyone knows Prachi, find out and send it in the comments. This guy's not answering properly. She's never asked you to marry her?
Not yet.
Hinted? She ever does like this with a ring?
I don't get hints.
Maybe that was the wrong message. The ring is on the 4th finger. I'm sorry, I forget.
Oh, that's what she meant by that.
Yeah. I forget, yaar. Old man. मेरे को क्या फर्क है? Ring, Mr. क्या फर्क है भाई? Same thing, na? What the hell difference does it make? Yeah. I'm at the age where jewelry is more interesting than girls. No? All right.
So
we are wrapping apparently.
Yeah,
so happy Parsi New Year. Saal Mubarak. Navroz Mubarak.
Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. What do you say in Hindi for Independence Day?
स्वतंत्रता दिवस की बहुत शुभकामनाएं.
Just kills it. Happy Independence Day. And third?
Raksha Bandhan.
Raksha Bandhan, what do you say? Yeah? You don't say happy.
Bhaiya mere rakhi
now you don't. Is that what Prachi sings to you? Why don't you tell us? Stay tuned. We're trying to find out about this. We'll get to the bottom of this entire story. Prachi and Abbas. A romance brought to you by Sanjay, Leela and Bhansali.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.